Okay, rules that every copywriter should follow. There's just a few. Again, you probably are going to guess what I'm going to say. Research is the number one thing. It's probably the number two thing, actually. Research, but research separates the amateurs from the professionals. And if you want to be a good copywriter, or even if you're not going to be a copywriter, but you're writing copy for your business right now, if you want to write solid copy, research into who your customer is, what they want, what they bought before, what they've rejected before. Those things are important to know. Why they're buying your product, why they have in the past is important to know. What's going on in your industry, you need to know those things. So that's research. But I think the number one tip, and I should have said it first because it's number one, always be focused on the reader. So one of the hugest problems, most painful and most costly problems that I see is that companies want to write copy, focus on themselves. My product is this. We've been around for this many years. Our CEO is, voted People's Sexiest Man in America this year. That doesn't matter that much to a person who doesn't want your product, who's not interested in what you're saying, or whatever. So your copy has to speak to the reader where they are, mentally and emotionally, and then you can pull them in and say, guess what? This will help you. And it's going to be coming, you're going to get a package from the man who people voted as the most sexy man of the year this year, So focus on the reader, number one. Doing the research is really number two. You want to make big promises. I know it's a common, it's like a, what do you call it, a cliche, to underpromise, overdeliver. But it's really a stupid thing to do. If you underpromise today, you will undersell. It's not a great idea because you won't. Imagine this. If you saw an ad for a dentist and they said, we can kind of get your teeth kind of white, kind of clean. It won't hurt that much, and it won't cost that much. It won't be super expensive. You will say, I'm not going to that dentist because I don't want kind of clean teeth. I don't want it to only hurt a little. I don't want it to not only cost a small fortune, not a huge fortune. They're under-promising so that when you come in there and say, oh, my teeth are much cleaner than I thought. Now, your copy has to tell them you're going to have as white teeth as you can promise and prove. You need to tell them you're going to get white teeth, clean teeth. You're going to have healthy teeth. It's not going to hurt at all. If that's something you can honestly promise. You need to make the biggest promises that you can back up with proof. And then, as a corollary to that, you need to prove everything that you say. A lot of copy, you make a claim, and you don't prove it, and then you fall short because people don't. Why would you believe something just because someone said it? People these days aren't going for that. And so you got to back up everything. And then the rule that kind of overshadows everything, these days you have to be entertaining. That doesn't necessarily mean funny, but you're going to have to grab attention and maintain attention by being interesting. People won't be bored into buying. They never have, but right now they won't be bored into buying. They definitely won't be bored into, I said it backwards. They won't be bored into reading your copy or watching your video. They definitely won't be bored into buying. So if you want to get attention, maintain attention long enough to get them to buy something, you got to be entertaining. And those are rules that every copywriter needs to follow in 2020 and beyond.